All right, hello there, Acres of Diamonds community. My name is DJ Ligori, and I'm here with co-founder Scott Gibbs, and we are on Daily Diamond number 25, where we are breaking down some of our social media content. And today we broke down, on Tuesday, I gave my take on Matt Naton's quote, and Matt's quote was, "Be kind whenever possible. It is always possible." And basically the takeaway from that was I simply said, we have 100% control over our decisions. So why not make the decision to be kind to others around you? Because you never know, you might actually make that person's day. So today we're going to get Scott's take on what he took away from this quote. So Scott, what were we thinking about Matt's quote here?
Well, I loved one of the references you made. Was it to Ellie Garno?
Ellie
She
Garno, yeah.
said, yeah, doing something kind, you don't necessarily know the impact and it may not be linear. You and I have talked about the pay it forward concept, right? That the pay it forward concept ends up being a geometric progression of sorts. If you're kind to somebody, whether you pay their toll ahead of them, or if you buy them a cup of coffee when they're behind you, or hold the door for someone, that could be geometric, right? Now they pay it forward and they say something nice to somebody, or et cetera, et cetera. So choosing to be kind is a decision I think you have to make before the opportunity comes.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'll speak for myself. I don't do a great job of this yet, nearly as good a job as I would like to yet. I'm still struggling with ego, defending myself when people say things that are against my natural state of beliefs, or against things that I think I know differently than other people. I'm quick. My ego is quick to defend me and quick to stand up for what I believe, or what I think I know, instead of listening to understand that person from a position of kindness, to say, okay, this person obviously believes XYZ for a reason. Right? This person isn't coming here to offend me and offend my belief. This person actually believes what they believe for a reason. So be open-minded. So I'm doing not a great job of that yet, but I'm, just the fact of I'm here talking to you about it, I think is going to make me better at it. One area that I've completely done 180 on is I don't get mad at people that cut me off in traffic at all.
Yeah.
Zero. I just kind of smile and say, okay, I wonder if they're having a bad day. Wonder if they even saw me there. I don't take it personal at all. And, I'm kind to people, right? I let them in front of me in traffic, but those types of things have happened because, candidly, because you and I have talked about this stuff, and getting mad at somebody who's not trying to make you mad is a waste of energy.
Yep.
Right. Somebody said it to me. They said it's like drinking poison and hoping the other person gets sick.
Yes. Yeah. I remember
Right.
that.
So so I'm trying to do a much better job of. I think you said you in offline you said something about you chose to get angry the other day. I think for me, that's what it is. I want to start out my thinking of all people are inherently good. Therefore, the actions that they're taking are inherently good. And I should start out believing that that's their choice. And then if I choose to get upset with what they've said or what they've done, I'm intentional and deliberate about it, right? That I have an outcome that I desire. Like maybe it's a situation where that person has overstepped their bounds on something and they need to be tuned up or corrected in a strong manner in order for us to progress the team in a way the team needs to progress, or something, right?
Yes.
What I don't want is I don't want to be reactionary. I want to be in control, right?
Yes.
Like you were saying on Tuesday, you want to make a conscious decision to be kind, or you want to make a conscious decision to be upset. What you don't want is just to be absolutely reactionary with no control.
Yes, because then I think once we become completely reactionary, we start to lose ourselves a little bit. And
again, who's that hurting? it's hurting us more than anybody, right? It's hurting the person that loses himself and gets angry.
Exactly. And we a big foundation to Acres of Diamonds is developing your personal culture. And if we become reactionary, we start to drift away from that personal culture. We take deliberate action towards who we are, and hopefully being kind is a piece of who we are, and hopefully it's a big piece of who we are. And when those reactionary moments come in, we start to drift away from that kindness and drift away from that personal culture. So I definitely think that there is a opportunity where kindness may not be the right form of behavior. Like you said, sometimes you might need to tune someone up or get a little face mask grab. But I always think it's important after that tune up, walking over to the individual and saying, do you understand why, why that was needed? And hopefully there's some understanding there, but I think that's the kindness aspect to it.
Yeah, I've had a number of discussions just like you described with people on teams or even my children occasionally when I say something or do something that's kind of tough-minded
Mm-hmm.
and it's not something the person wants to hear, and it may come off to the person receiving it as unkind
Mm-hmm.
because it's against what they think is right at that time. And then I've circled back and I said, what do you think about? Well, I thought you were mean about it. I said, I understand why you perceive that. At the same time, do you understand that me making sure that you understand this topic is actually for the betterment of you as a 50-year-old or 60-year-old man someday?
Mm-hmm.
Right? The short-term pain of what you had to hear from me is because I am being as kind as I can to you in a loving way to make you become the person that you can become.
Yes.
In leadership businesses, I've a lot of times when I've talked about my personal culture as a leader, I say I start with kindness. I start with an inherent understanding or an understanding that all people are inherently good.
Mm-hmm.
But I said Al Capone has a famous quote that is directionally. It says, don't confuse my kindness for weakness. For if you cross me, weakness is not what you will remember.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and I think that's a powerful statement, right? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do my best. Like I said earlier, I'm not that great at it yet, but I'm gonna continue to try to start every relationship based on trust and kindness.
Yeah.
And granted, I'll be imperfect in my application of that
Mm-hmm.
personal culture, but I do want to pursue that as as 99% of the time having control and intentional and deliberate responses to people.
Yes, I completely agree with that. Well, I think that was well said.
Well, thank you, Coach Ligori.
I think that was very well said. So that concludes Daily Diamond number 25. Hope everybody has a great week, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, DJ.